Welcome back to Morning in America. Jurors in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial will resume deliberations today. 18 jurors, let me get the math right here, 18 heard the case. On Tuesday, 6 were selected to leave the courtroom by Kyle Rittenhouse himself. Listen.
Please put them in the tumbler, and the bailiff will rotate it, and then the defendant will draw out 6 of the numbers.
Okay, so that's Kyle Rittenhouse actually removing those 6 jurors' names lottery style. They now sit as alternates. This is so interesting. Joining us right now, Matt Fakhoury, a criminal defense attorney here in Chicago. Matt, as soon as I heard about this, I thought, does this ever happen?
It is rare. I've never seen it happen myself in Illinois, in federal court. Apparently, this is rare in the state of Wisconsin as well. What typically happens in a situation like this in the state of Wisconsin is the judge himself or herself would randomly select the alternate jurors, or the judge would appoint the clerk of the court to randomly select the jurors. I've never seen the defendant himself get up there and remove it out of the tumbler. To me, it's a little peculiar.
But would the judge be sending some subliminal message here?
What I think the judge is attempting to do is ensure that the jury trial is being conducted fairly and that his Sixth Amendment rights are being protected. You have to remember, a judge in a case like this doesn't find the defendant guilty or not guilty. That's not his role. His role is almost like a referee. His role is to make sure that the jury trial is conducted fairly. Now, the defendant, Rittenhouse, has a Sixth Amendment right to be tried by a fair and what we call an impartial jury of his peers. I'm assuming that's what the judge was attempting to do in this situation. Again, I just found it to be a little peculiar.
Yeah, I think everybody did. So can a judge actually set their own rules for how this all is played out?
A judge can. There's not a lot of litigation on this or case law on something like this. This is considered like a local court rule or procedure. He can do this. I don't think it's very common. I don't necessarily think it's illegal or unconstitutional. I think the judge's intentions were good, but again, I just think it's a little weird.
And what happens to the other 6 jurors? I know they're actually alternates, correct?
Correct. Yeah, the other 6 jurors are not exactly off the hook yet. They're going to remain in the building. They are not allowed to participate in the jury deliberations. They're not allowed to even be in the jury deliberation room. What happens is that if there's a disqualification or a juror needs to be dismissed for whatever reason, they will take that juror's spot. I think it's rare. It's unlikely. I have seen it happen before. When it does happen, it's in kind of higher profile cases where there could be media attention that would affect or taint a member of the jury, and then the alternate would come in. Again, I think it's unlikely, but if it were to happen, I wouldn't be surprised that would happen in a case like this.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be the first peculiar, as you said, thing to happen.
A few strange things happen in this trial, that's for sure.
Yeah, all right, and a few strange things said. Thank you so much, Matt. We appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Always nice seeing you.
Good to see you, too.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.